Yeah, correct. So basically, here in what we have to do is that we have to calculate the total current. So the total current, simple formula that IRMS of combinational circuit would be equal to IDC square plus IAC square. Now when we are taking IAC, so which value will take? We will take IRMS value. So IRMS value would be I max by root 2 whole square. So here we have 10 instead of DC 10 square, plus here we have 10 by root 2 whole square chi a. Then this becomes 100 plus 100 by 4. So this 4 ones are 25. So this becomes 125
Sir,
square.
100 by 2.
100 by root 2.
100 by 2.
Yeah, 100 by 2, 150. So this is 50. So this becomes around, yeah, you're correct. This becomes 150. So 150, this thing you get 12.25 amps. So this is how, if you are given another problem like this, so you'll be able to do. So now exams are approaching. So how to prepare for internals? I'm going to explain you how to prepare. Okay, Madhikari Naike, how to prepare for internals. Okay, so some of you might be having tension. I'm also mentor for some of you, and see, as a teacher, I'm telling you, 27th is the internals. So how to start for any subject as such matter is there, na? So the thing is that now one of the students told me that we are finding difficult to concentrate on engineering graphics, engineering drawing, and electrical engineering. Okay, so as far as a subject is concerned, okay, if you are not following, see, so what you are not following, you have to write down. Okay, write down. Now I am providing, or most of the teachers are providing with their videos. Okay, so it's not necessary only these videos only you have to study. On a similar topic, there are so many videos on YouTube. Okay, so many people are there. Okay, so many academies are there. Okay, American universities watch, and you can watch, compare videos, and whatever style of communication you are liking, you can do, you can study that. Okay, and from that, if you are not actually getting it, so you have to write down specifically what you are not getting. Now in see, I have certain way of, I teach basically, you have to understand the concepts. Okay, if you are understanding the concepts, then you solve problems. Okay, solve problems, and understand, in solving problems, understand the steps. Okay, understand the steps, take care of units, take care of the standard units. Okay, the standard units. So the unit that we follow for is the SI unit, wherein the length we are taking as meter. Okay, and one more important thing as far as the current is concerned, or the power, this electrical engineering is concerned. So in electrical engineering, the standard for voltage would be equal, voltage is usually given in volts. Okay, and your resistance is given, usually resistance standard is given in kilo ohms. Okay, and your current is given in milliamps. So these are the standard units for electrical engineering. Now also you see, when I calculate the current value, I calculated most of the times I'm getting, if at all it is not specified, so I'm getting in milliamps. Okay, so the previous problem I did 1.08 milliamps, voltage value usually I'm getting in volts, and resistance value is in kilo ohms. If it is not specified, it can be ohms also, no problem. It's not to confuse you people. So how you will go about is, first of all, you understand, if you are preparing for the examination. Okay, so for what is, we are module 1. In the module 1, first of all, we have DC circuits. Okay, DC circuits. In the DC circuits, what you have to study, first you should know what you have to study. First is the Ohm's law. Okay, then in the Ohm's law, what you know, V by I is equal to R. Okay, this equation. After the Ohm's law, okay, resistance in series, resistance in series and parallel, this combination you should know. Okay, if it is in series, R equivalent would be equal to the sum R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus Rn. Suppose you have n resistance connected in series, what would be the R equivalent? It would be equal to n into R. This is only if R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to Rn. Now suppose same thing, you have R equivalent for parallel network and you have n resistance connected in parallel. At that time, what would be your R value? It would be R value would be R by n, only when R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3 is equal to Rn. Okay, for if you have a two resistance for parallel, yeah, two resistance are given, then it would be R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay, for 3 you have to do like this, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So you know this for 3 resistance, this is 1 by R equivalent. So this thing you have to understand. Okay, series and parallel combination, any circuit can come, and how to see series and parallel. So whenever any circuit is getting, you label the circuit, label the circuit. Labeling is very important. Once you are labeling the circuit, suppose I'm drawing like this is my circuit I'm drawing. Okay, now I have drawn this circuit. Now I'm telling this is my, see, calculate the R equivalent value. So I give this 1 ohm, 1 ohm, suppose 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. So, or I draw a circuit like this. Okay, like this. Sorry, yeah. So like this, this was a simple circuit. Let me draw a little complex circuit so that you will understand. This is my resistance. Okay, I draw like this. And I take this, and this is above this. Okay, I'm connecting this here and this point. Okay, and here I'm drawing like this and like this. Okay, and similarly like this. Now suppose all are like this is 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm, 1 ohm. Now, how to solve R equivalent between points A and B, or X or Y, whatever we have given? First of all, label this. See, this is A. So till here it would be A. So the second point will change. So B is already there. So I'll take here C. Okay, then C will remain till here. C is remaining same. C is remaining till here. Now the second point here is C. Here, if this is B point, so till here there is no change. So there is no any wire in between, no resistance, no capacitance, no voltage source, nothing is there, so it will remain same. So like that you do. If it is connected a single, see, if you have to see this point, this resistance 1 ohm is connected between C and B, this 1 ohm is also connected between C and B. So that means this 1 ohm and this 1 ohm is in parallel. And now you see this point, this 1 ohm is connected between C and B. This 1 ohm, this is also connected between C and B. So this is also in parallel. So what you notice is that these four resistances over here, they are in parallel. Okay, now if you get the parallel answer to it, then this parallel combination is in series with this, and this series combination is again in series with this. So you have to label it. Okay, so first of all, in DC circuits, so how you have to do the problem is that in DC circuits, to understand Ohm's law, okay, Ohm's law, series parallel combination, series parallel combination, and after the series parallel combination, you should know how to label the how to label, okay, and identify series parallel networks. So this is networks. Now after that, what we studied after that, you should know KCL. KCL, what it states? Current entering a node is equal to leaving a node. Current entering is equal to leaving. and KVL you have to study. Now one important thing in solving the circuit is yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me. You have to take consider the polarity. Polarity is very important. Now in my case, when I'm taking the polarity, I have shown you, if I have a voltage source like this plus minus, and the current direction is like this, my current is like this. So if my current direction is in the direction of voltage rise, I take this in the direction of voltage rise, I take this as positive. If my current direction is in the direction of voltage fall, I take it as negative. And what I do is that voltage rise is equal to voltage fall. If that means if there is no voltage source and if there is only voltage fall, so I can write voltage fall, sum of voltage fall, sum of voltage fall is equal to 0. Then we know the voltage divider circuit. So this voltage divider network we have seen. So voltage divider network will only happen if a circuit is connected in series. Okay, so if you have a voltage source, this is your resistance, this is your resistance. So how your voltage will divide? Only when it is in series. Now if you want a voltage at this point, suppose the voltage at this point is VR1 and the voltage at this point is VR2. Now if you want this VR2 and this is your supply voltage Vs, so VR2 would be equal to same voltage, that is R2, divided by R1 plus R2 into Vs. Suppose you want VR1, that will same voltage R1 plus R2 into Vs. So this voltage divider is applicable only in series network. Similarly, you know about the current divider. Okay, current divider. And one more thing is you have to see the gain. So what is the output voltage here? Output voltage is VR2. So this is nothing but V output. What is the input voltage? Input voltage is the supply voltage. Vs is the V input. So if you want the gain, that would be V naught by Vi, or it would be equal to VR2 by Vs. So this is your gain. If you write VR2 by Vs, VR2 by Vs, what value you are getting? R2, R1 plus R2 plus R2. So these values you have to keep in mind. Now similarly for the current divider, if I have to go for the current divider circuit, so in the current divider what I have seen, for current divider, if this is my current, okay, I supply current is this and my resistance is in parallel combination R1 and R2. This is my R1 and this is my R2. Now if I have to calculate the current divider, so this is I supply, this is I input, okay, is equal to Is. Now the output is here, I output. Okay, suppose I write this I output is equal to, here I will say IR2, here I'll say IR1. So if I have to take this current IR2, so it would be equal to opposite Rm, that is R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into Is. Okay, similarly for IR1 it would be equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into Is. So this is about my current divider, and the gain of it would be equal to IR2 by I input. So IR2 by I input, if you are seeing here, would be equal to IR2 by I input is R1 by R1 plus R2. So you have to practice this. This would be the gain. Okay. Now this first you study this thing, series parallel combination, then you study about the voltage divider, then you study about the current divider, then you study the KVL KCL, how do I apply. Okay, so once you are gone through this particular part now and practice the numericals, see the videos. Okay, practice practice numericals. I have given in notes. Notes are there. Some numericals I have done which are not there in notes. So don't expect the same question, because this is a V2A examination. Somebody frames the paper and we are teaching the concept. If you are only learning those problems only and banking upon them, and suppose in the final exam somebody made a certain questions that is out of textbook or with his concept, if you know the concept, then only you will be able to do it. So engineering is the application of the concept. It is not about learning that question and repeating it. You're getting my point. So why you are finding it difficult, Manoj? Manoj, are you hearing?
Yes, sir.
So why you are finding, most of the people, why you are finding difficult? You know why you are finding difficult? How many of you are finding difficult this subject? Raise your hands. I want to see. Please, no problem. Yeah. So Madhikari Naike is finding it difficult. Mansa and Manoj have raised hands. Another Konush, Hemant Gowda, 5 more have okay. Krishnakant, Lauzi, and 3 more. Okay. So most of them are finding it difficult. Okay. So yes. So yeah, nice, nice. So I think all of you I can say is finding the subject difficult, isn't it? So all of you are finding it very difficult. So for that, yeah, Mansa, yeah, tell me. Mansa wants to say
Yes,
some.
sir. Difficult, sir.
For you also difficult. For Srishti, how are you finding it?
Sir, it's some of them based on 12th, so when I read the notes, I was able to relate and study.
Okay. So Krishnakant, what about you? You have raised the hands. No, I want to because the internet.
Sir,
Uh,
circuit problems, sir. So
wo-
finding it difficult.
no, like why you are not able to solve with the concepts I have given?
Yes, sir. It's a little bit of difficulty in sir convention, like so like polarity and all.
No, I've told you now. If you take that polarity, if you are getting any doubt, like if you are, see, whatever circuit I'm giving you, if you are taking the polarity, what I have shown you, aren't you getting the answer? See, what they are doing is that, see, usually they are taking like this. V rise, they are taking negative in the notes, and V fall, they are taking positive. So what I do, I have reversed it because I feel it. The fall should be negative. Fall is usually drop. Rise is usually this thing. But aren't you able to see circuit problems are there? Okay, I do understand. But Krishnakant, aren't you able to solve it with the technique that I have given, or you are getting confused? Hmm? Tell me the specific problem which I can address. Yeah, tell me. Yeah,
Sir, so basically, sir, those problems. I mean, sir, to simplify the circuit problems and then a little bit of difficulty.
means concept is not applicable over there. What concept I have taught you, or the video links I'm giving you of my lectures, if you see those links, and then the conceptual part, if you learn and then you apply, isn't it able to, you are not able to do still, or what, like where you are finding difficulty? See, reduction and all, okay. First of, yeah, tell me. Yeah, I want to hear from you. Yeah, please tell me. Yeah.
Sir, I'm not able to, sir, like naming and all the circuit. Then I'm finding difficulties,
You are not able to label a circuit.
and then
Okay.
yes, sir.
You're not able to. Yeah, Madhukari Naika, what is your specific problem? Can you tell me?
Sir, yesterday we entered class now, sir.
Yeah.
There was something which was we are not heard, sir.
Okay, that I will put. No problem. Today I'm putting all the. Okay, then apart from that,
Sir,
what?
then, sir, in
Yeah.
our notes, circuits are labeled in a continuous alphabet like A, B, C, D.
Huh,
But in the class,
huh.
you showed that if there is any elements like resistor or capacitors or anything, you have to change the name. If it is not, you have to continue the name.
So
So there we are getting confusion, sir.
see, means for example, see, if I'm drawing like this, okay. Now this in your notes, it's like this: A, B, C, and D. Suppose like this they are giving. Okay, isn't it like this? You are telling.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to tell you one thing. Why are you getting confused? See, I'll tell you one thing. If you write A B C D also, see, this point resistance is there. This point till here it is A point. Okay. So my concept is that until and unless there is no resistance or any element connected, whether the junction will change, whether the wire will change. See, tell me, this is a wire, okay, this is a resistance, this is a wire, okay. So this here, this point I'm writing B, but to be frank enough, if I'm writing this point B, this is a resistance, this is a variable resistance, it goes from 0 to 100, okay. If I'm writing this point A, this point here cannot be A, because if you vary this, it can be 100, it can be 50 if you keep in the middle. So this point is a changed point, its potential is not the same. So resistance, if you are varying the resistance, if you are connecting a voltage over here, if you are varying this point over here, you will get a different current for different values, you will not get the same current. But if there is a wire that is connected, okay, and you check the this wire will have same resistance, so same resistance, because it has a similar cross section, so the value of current remains same, so the point will not change. So if this is A, this is A, this is A, this is A, so this point will not change. Now whenever there is a wire connection over here, so I can say this point, if I've labeled it here A, so this point is A only, okay, this point is A only, and this point A will remain till here A, okay. Now if this point is B over here, because the resistance is changing, B, this point is B, and now I'm seeing is this point is B, so here this point is till here it is B, the second point is connected to A, so it is not changing. So the thing is that when you have to, if you label it like ABCD, if you label like that, see why I am teaching you this method. If I draw the same thing and I label it as ABCD, I label it as A, B, C and D. So can you tell me this B and D and B and C, how are they connected? It is difficult to identify whether they are connected in series or parallel. But here if you see, this resistance R1 is connected between A and B, okay, point A and B. Here also you can see R2 is connected between A and B. So now you can, because they are connected at 2 points, so parallel means the upper and the lower point should be same, A and B. So now you can tell easily that they are connected between, this is A and B, and A and B, R1 and R2 are in parallel. So now you are getting my point. Why am
Sir,
yeah.
will you please give us some kind of PDF notes?
PDF notes in the sense means?
So something like that have some questions and theory too.
So what I'm teaching in the class, this is concepts, okay. So I'm not,
Yes, sir.
so these concepts you are not understanding.
So understanding, but
I see, I will see that I have some notes, okay, but those notes have so many points in that, so they have all the electrical engineering stuff. So I'll try to send it by today, okay. I'll search and I'll send these points, I'll send. So you no need to worry, no need to worry what they are teaching in the book. See, in the book, if you are teaching now, it becomes very difficult to identify. This point becomes B. Now you are like, see, you cannot make sure that whether AB and BD are in parallel. Now you see here it looks like as if in this circuit it looks like AB and BD are in parallel because they are connected. But in the reality, if you check, if with my method, you see this point is A, this is B, this point is A, this is B, okay, this point. So you can easily say that this resistance R1, suppose this is R1, and this resistance, this is R2. R2 is connected between A and B, okay. And here also you can see this point is connected between A and B. So you are clear that this is in parallel only, it is not in series. It was looking as if it is in series. So to make things simpler, I have used this method, okay. Any other point you are having? Yeah, tell me. Any other point? Yeah, Mohammad Zaid, if you are following, yeah, tell me. Lavanya?
That one is a circuit, sir.
No, like, sir, now you got my point. What? Why I am taking like that? Why I'm labeling? Why you should label? See, if you take too many points A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, all, until and unless there is no resistance element connected, you no need to change the point name. You learn the technique. See,
Okay,
you learn the conventional method of engineering education is to learn the technique and apply the technique to get the answer. And what you have studied in 11th and 12th standard is like learning, remembering, and then taking it out. Okay, so although there are in physics and all, if you are going for IIT, JEE, and other examination, all, so the thing is that there you have to apply concepts. Okay, in those examination, you cannot in 12th standard board examination. Maybe whatever there is there in the text that will come in the question. You learn that question and you deliver it. Whatever there is in the notes, you learn. But in engineering education, the teacher's role is to take you and make you learn the concepts, and you have to practice. Okay, there is no way out. Now, for example, here if you are doing the same manner, so if an external paper, usually it is an offline examination, and that is external paper, and paper can come any which ways. If you don't know the technique, if you have just done whatever is there in the notes, definitely you will get backlogs. So that thing you should avoid. So in the very beginning only in my teaching, it will not look very easy, but if you learn the topics, if you learn the concepts, it will take some time. Okay, take to learn problems, learn the concept, and apply to one or two problems, and then practice few problems, and you will be able to solve any problem. But if you are learning problem by solving problem, but by not learning the technique, then you will not learn. So the issue with you people, I found out that you want to learn problem by solving problem. Okay, solving problem. So that is not that thing will not work here. It is wrong concept. Concept is learn technique. So, okay, learn technique and devise technique. You can have your own technique. Okay, own technique with all the concepts that you can create your own technique. Okay, if you are not able in future, you will be able to create. Okay, and because you are to do coding and then apply it. Okay, then apply it, and then you will be able to do it. So one problem was like why I was taking this notes and all. Any other problem? So that I explained you why it becomes very easy when I'm taking without resistance and in the notes how it is given. So if you are following the notes and the similar problem comes, no problem. I have no issues with it. If you following my technique, I have no issues. The only thing is that the concept should be right. Yeah, Mansa GHU, tell me what's your particular problem?
Yeah, sir, that circuit analysis, sir.
In circuit analysis, where you are not understanding?
That how to, when it comes parallel, if any cross connections are there, how to take parallel, how to consider it, sir.
See here. Yeah, that is good. Now you are asked about the cross connection and other thing. Suppose I make a circuit like this. I do a cross connection. Okay, like this. I have then cross connections. Okay, I'm doing so many things. Okay, like this. I make a circuit like this. In between also I keep resistance. And here also one resistance I keep. Now and I ask you to find this A and B equivalent, R equivalent resistance. Now the question is like that. So my technique is not labeled according to the node. So here you find one node, one node, one node, one node. Node means what? A point where two or more lines are meeting. And here and here and here. First of all, first point is label it. Label it. See, till here there's a point. Okay, after the resistance came, so here the point will definitely change. Suppose I keep this point as M. So M point is still here. Okay, M point is still here, and here the other point will come N. N point is here, 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 here. Okay, and now here this is B point is still here. Okay, now this point is different. This point let be, this point be X. Okay, X. Now can I write this point X? See, if I clearly see M point is this, and M point will not change until and unless no resistance is connected. If I write this X, I get confused. So what I do is that the same point, M point, what I have taken over here, it is not changing. So there is no resistance in between. So this is M only. So this M is remaining till here. So this point I will take as M only. Okay, this is M only. So now let me see here. Now there is a resistance here. Okay, so if there is a resistance here, now I know that this point till here it is M, because no resistance came. So this point has to change. So this point will become O, suppose. Now O will remain till here, O. Okay, O is remaining till here. Now let me see, is there any point here? No point. So let this be X. Okay, this is X. Now there is a resistance over here. There is a resistance over here. This point will definitely change. This becomes Y. Okay, and this Y point will remain till here. So now I see there is an N point over here, N point over here. Okay, so N point is still here, N point. So now I have to calculate RAB. So if I go from here, so I see my this R1, this be R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, and R8. I have taken like this. Okay, so I need to calculate R equivalent. I have to see which combination is in series and which is in parallel. So if I labeled it like this, it becomes very easy. So here, if I'm seeing this point over here, see here how much difficult I have made this. See here, this point is M and N. Okay, so R4, M and N, and this R4 is connected to what? And O and N. So what we see from this thing is that it will lead to a star delta transformation, which is not there in your syllabus. So what we'll do is that, like, this problem will not come. So I will remove one point here in the down. Okay, to make it not that, because there is another technique called a star delta transformation, so which we are not teaching you people for solving this circuit. Now let's see this point, because there is no resistance in the down. So if this point is B, so this becomes B and this becomes also B. Okay, so here we see that this point R4 is connected between M and B, and R2 is connected between M and B. So we can clearly say R2 and R4 in parallel. So this R2 and R4 are in parallel, and these are in series with this point R1. So I can say R1 is plus R2, R4 in parallel. So first of all, I will do that like this, because I have this concept, so I am able to solve. So till here I have solved the network. Okay, now I have solved the network. Now what I see is this point is connected between OB, OB, and I don't have now these particular points over there, R7 and R6, since I have removed this. I only have these points. So if I see this X, B, and this, I see there is R6, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, and this R7 I have kept. So I see there is only one network. So here this is a series combination. So this circuit will reduce. Okay, now this circuit will reduce to R6 plus R7 here, and here it is R1 plus R2 parallel in R. So this circuit gets reduced till which point? It gets reduced till this point. Okay, till this point it gets reduced. Now this I have calculated, this I have calculated. Okay, now I'm left with only R3 and R5. So I have to see how R3 and R5 are connected. So R3, I saw one end was connected to M. Okay, so that means R3 was in series with this combination. So only one end is combination. So R3 also gone. Now I'm left with this OB. Okay, OB. So OB. So if I'm calculating this in series, so what happens? The combination will become R6 plus R7, and this will become OB only, OB. So I can write R6 plus R7 is in parallel with R5. So this is how I'm doing it. So you have to practice, okay? You have to, right now you might be looking, sir, what sir has done, what he is doing, why we are not understanding. Only you will understand. If you read the notes, you will not understand. If what I'm teaching you, if you are practicing those things na, and then getting any point, that time you have to write down the point. No, you told this, we tried this, it did not happen. Okay, so this is the conventional way of engineering education, self study. The teacher will teach and he will tell you the techniques. You have to apply it to many problems, because there are thousands of problems. If we solve every KVL KCL problem, it will take 2 years. So we have to show you certain techniques and you have to follow. Manoj, yeah, tell me, what is your specific problem? You are having too much problem. Tell me, Manoj.
Sir,
Yeah, you tell me your problems. I like you very more because you are the first one to open up and speak up about this. So where you are finding difficulty? Like everybody told me that they are having difficulty. Yeah, Manoj, you tell me.
sir, all the problems what they told, that is my problem, sir.
No, what is your specific problem? What they told their problems. You tell me your problem.
Yes, sir. Difficulty in understanding at that point of time, sir.
No, after you watch the video and try to practice at that time, what is happening?
I'm getting it, sir.
You are getting it. Yeah, Jayant Goda, you tell me. Jayant,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what about you?
I'm getting it, sir. Now.
No, not now. Like earlier.
Sir,
Yeah.
I have problem with only polarity, sir.
So polarity, I have told you na how you have to take rise and fall and all that. So if you follow the polarity convention, I have made a video on YouTube like how to take this current polarity, voltage direction, current polarity. If you, it's only for 14 minutes, I guess. So if you look at that, your polarity issues will be over. Okay. So most that's why I made that video. That was not a teaching video tutorial. I just made it because I'm teaching from past 10 years, and I found that while checking the problems or checking the solution blue books, internal examination or external examination, the students are making most of the mistake is at polarity. They don't know how to take the sign convention, and they're using different polarities in the same circuit. It is because of the books available in the market like BL Tareja or Ashchan, the publication VK Mehta. So that's why I don't advise those type of books. So you should take good books like Charles Alexander Sadiko and other books like Kurukshetra, wherein they have given correctly and things are correct. So the most of the problems what I find is because of the commercial books available in the market and the mistakes in the books, students are not able to follow. So that's why I have created this video session, and I also uploaded to YouTube and all. That was the reason for me to help the students. So yeah, apart from that, yes, Mohammed Zaid, I had talked to you. What about others? Because now, yeah, Harshita, you tell me about yours. What are you for finding difficult? Harshita N, you tell me.
Sir, I'm facing difficulties in
Mohammed Zaid,
problem
yeah, yeah, where you are finding?
Sir, the topic like how to find maximum value of VRMS.
That is maybe because of the integration. What I'm
Yes, sir.
Maybe because of the calculus part is weak. So that see, I cannot teach same thing in every class. So that you see, there are so many videos available on YouTube on mathematics, and 11th 12th mathematics is there, some basics are there, some trigonometric functions are there. Please go and learn that. You need to have some basics before joining to the engineering course. But of course, like some concepts remain weak, so those concepts you have to upgrade. Harshita, you tell me.
Sir, I have a difficulty understanding the numericals.
No, what problem? What exact problem? Like when I'm
Yes, sir, the polarity and all of that.
so have you seen my videos on polarity and all?
No, sir.
So how you are, like I have made separate videos and all for polarity, how to take current, direction, voltage, polarity.
Okay, sir, I'll see
In the Google Classroom also I have put the link for all the videos whatever I have generated. So have you seen that?
No, sir.
So then,
I saw like after and I didn't
no.
understand
See,
properly.
the thing is that nothing can replace conventional learning. That is by reading a book and understanding. So that is my viewpoint. YouTube, if you watch some thousand of videos also, but unless you are not practicing yourself, what will happen is when if you are because I'm teaching you in the class, if you are seeing my video, you can relate to it faster compared to any other video because you have already had a session with me. But until you don't open the book and don't practice yourself, you will not get anything. It is not like what we say, something like Divya Shakti, that I will come and put and suddenly everybody will understand. So engineering is like learning by yourself, practicing. It's a practice. So that is the thing that you are finding it like by our 12th and 11th. It was easy. Teacher was teaching. You're going home. You're not doing much practice. So that is the problem. Yeah, Harshil, you tell me what is the problem you are
Sir,
having?
and the question papers that you're uploaded on the Google Drive, it's not accessible, sir.
Why it's no which question papers?
The IAT question papers.
IIT question papers is not notes are accessible.
Yes, sir. The Google Classroom thing you uploaded is not accessible. Only the question papers.
Okay, question papers. I'll put it. No problem.
Okay, sir.
Yes. What about Himanshu Kumar Yadav? Himanshu,
So
can you
excuse me, sir.
yeah.
So we have a class at 12:40, sir. So can we please have lunch break,
Okay,
sir?
okay. Yeah, you can go for lunch break. If you are having any such problem, most of you, I'm your mentor also. Like Manoj approaches me, you have to tell it to me because until you don't speak it out, I'll not get what you because it's an offline mode. So, anyways, you take a lunch break and thank you very much for the class. Thank you. So I'll stop recording.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.